What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. I just came back from Home Depot. I bought a handful of things. Let me show you. I'm gonna be fixing the drywall myself, okay? I'm just gonna go ahead and take care of it. I'm still waiting on a couple of cabinets, so I'm not gonna do anything to the cabinets until I get them, obviously, right? But this is still kind of in the way. As soon as I get the cabinet, or not the cabinet, but the wall fixed, I'll be able to finish the entire bathroom. I also got some gap filler, some of this foam stuff. Got it right here. Right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put the stuff behind it to kind of make it a little sturdier. And what I'm talking about is that little, we got a tub surround, right? And it's made out of like super thin plastic. I think it's plastic. I'm not entirely sure what it is, but all it is just like a form, right? So there's a gap, there's an air gap inside it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna fill it up. I'll show you guys what I mean here just a little bit, but the whole goal for today is to fix those holes. So I got the drywall ready to go. I was gonna call my guy to get it finished, but you know what? He doesn't have enough time to come in and do this whole thing. So I might as well just get it done myself, right? Besides that, we're starting to move some stuff in here. Now, I do wanna mention one last thing. Some of the trim has been done, right? We got the trim around the door, pretty much all of the living room, dining room area. But when you walk in here, there's a smell, right? Now, I don't know if I told you guys, but this stuff, pretty fancy. I like the way it looks. I think it looks pretty cool, but it's very challenging to cut at a specific angle. And if you see, it's got some water spots. Now, I think that may be urine. The reason I say that is because I have a friend that actually donated that stuff to us. He had it laying around in his garage. I was talking to him about all the stuff that we're doing in the home, and he said, hey, I got a bunch of trim. Why don't you come pick it up? Well, at the time, it was outside, it was in the garage, and he's got a couple of dogs. I couldn't really smell it, but now that it's here, after cutting it, putting it on, I can kind of get the smell. Now, it still smells a little bit like paint, but you could definitely tell that there's something in the air. I did my best to try and cut some of that stuff, but you could still kind of see it, and I don't think that's water anymore. I think that may be dog urine. So I was thinking about fixing that little corner as well. So what I decided is I'm just gonna remove the entire trim. All of that's gonna be gone, and we're gonna go with the basic stuff. It basically looks just like a 1x4. I don't like the way the gaps look, and I don't want to cut that anymore. So if I just put a flat one in, it'll give us a nice little corner. So we're gonna have to get rid of all of the trim. I think that's a pretty good idea. Right now, I hate doing something and then having to take it off, but it's kind of the process, right? Especially if you get some stuff donated to you, right? So it is what it is. I'm not gonna do that today. I'm gonna focus on the bathrooms. Hopefully I can get that stuff done, and then I can get out of here and then move on to the next thing. So, all right, guys, I got some wood out there. I'm gonna cut it. I'm gonna get everything started. But if you're into DIY projects, do me a huge favor and subscribe to the channel. I work really hard on these videos, and I hope you guys are enjoying them. So hit the subscribe button. Enough talking, let's get to work. What the hell? You guys see that? How in the world did I cut it off that much? I don't even know what to say. This is crazy. Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, okay, so here's what happened. I took a measurement and then I decided to go up because there was a hole here, remember? Damn it. And I didn't take into consideration that I went up higher. Okay, well, it is what it is. I'm just gonna continue to do this. I did have a guy that was supposed to come down and fix it, so I might as well try it myself. And if I completely screw it up, he can still come down and fix it, technically. So I can't believe this. This is crazy. Alright guys, the other side looks pretty good. I've already cut the drywall here. It's ready to go. I've already test fitted it and it fits. The only thing I have to do is set up this little piece of wood here so that I can have a little extra support, and we should be fine. There is a little bit of an issue on the other side. I think I'm going to need a different type of corner bead, but we'll figure that out later. I just want to set this up, and then I'll think about how I'm going to be able to get that fixed and taken care of. So. It's looking pretty good. This one actually fit a lot better, and that's because I played around with the measurements a little bit more. I ended up like triple checking to make sure everything was good. But I've already installed the little corner bead here. I saw this on YouTube. Some guy was putting this at the end and then siliconing, right? So that's the whole idea. I'm gonna be doing the same thing. Hopefully all of this gets covered up, and then I'm probably just gonna put some silicone on the end. Call it good. Yeah, it's looking pretty good. I'm just gonna add 3 more screws and call it good. This bathroom, completely done. I've already taped it up. I'm gonna get ready to put on the mud. I think it looks pretty decent. Not too bad. This is by far the best looking one out of the 2. Obviously, I gotta make some mistakes. Decided to make them in that other bathroom. Let me show you what I mean. You can definitely see that there's a lot more going on in this one here. Let me tell you why though. So besides the hole, right? Besides me messing up this little area and having to put 2 pieces, right? Having to patch the patch. Obviously I screwed that up. But and then there's a little area here that I didn't take into account for. So that's what that's for, right? But over here, this was the problem area. So I ended up going back to Home Depot. My local Ace here, they just don't have very many items. Not the items that I need anyways. So I bought one of these for just this little spot. Just this little area. I ended up spending like $6-7, right? That's all I needed. I decided to overlap the one that was already there so that I could come down and overlap this one here. This is a J, what do they call them? A J corner bead, right? So what it does is it comes over this way. It's just like a J, basically, right? Except for the J is backwards, right? There's a little piece of drywall in here that I'm using as a spacer, so that way it's not hollow, right? So what I did is I put a few staples there. I put a few staples so that way it can sit in there fairly good. There was a little bit of a notch down here at the bottom, so the drywall goes all the way down. Now that the J bead is, corner bead is attached to that, this isn't gonna come off. It's pretty sturdy. Now what I have to do is I'm gonna have to tape the inside, tape basically everything else. Hopefully it comes out pretty nicely. I can only hope, right? But I guess we'll see. We will see, guys. We will see. I already got all the tools ready to go. I got this Easy Sand sheetrock. I guess it's ready in 5 minutes, right? For quick drywall and plaster repairs, 5-minute working time. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, so I'm gonna use this to patch everything up, and hopefully it looks good.
I don't know if I made too much. I'm kind of thinking like I might have made a little too much for my first time. Jesus. There I go again, screwing it up. That's how people learn though, right? By screwing things up. Okay, so first lesson learned, don't make too much because this 5-minute stuff dries quick. Kind of feel like I screwed it up. I'm gonna try to, should probably focus on just one side for now, and then as I continue, move to the next, because yeah, this stuff dries really, really fast. Guys, this is a lot harder than I thought. All right, so I kind of got the hang of it, at least a little bit. I think it looks pretty decent. I'm still gonna have to do another coat, so I'm probably gonna have to, well, not probably, I know I'm gonna have to buy some more of this stuff. This stuff is extremely fast. They weren't playing when they said 5. The EC Sand 5 patching compound, pretty quick. I think it looks pretty decent. Just like anything, there is always that learning curve, right? So I ended up I messed it up. Let's just be honest. I messed it up. I had to throw a bunch of it away. But it is what it is. I think it looks pretty decent. Still kind of wet, so I'm gonna have to wait for it to completely dry. Looks okay, right? This side, I don't think I'm gonna have to worry too much about the corners, because remember, there's gonna be a tub surround here, right? So I think it'll be okay. This corner, I'm not too worried about it. It's gonna be in the corner. The toilet's gonna be covering it, so not really too concerned, right? But this side, it's right across from the toilet, so we're gonna be able to see this quite a bit. So I'm hoping that it turns out okay. And like I said, I'm gonna do it anyways, right? We're already here. If it looks horrible, I'm gonna have to call a professional, have them come down and fix it, right? But I think it looks pretty decent. I guess we'll see here in a little bit. Because I've already done this, I already did the other bathroom. This one went by so much quicker, and I didn't have as much mud. Again, I'm not super worried about the corner, but the top looks pretty decent. And keep in mind that I actually cut this one properly, right? I didn't have to tape it twice. But I think it looks pretty good. This looks decent. Toilet's gonna be right over there. So, I don't know, we might have a little stand here. We'll see. Not entirely sure. Oh, I totally forgot about this little area. But I've already ran out of the mud, so I'm gonna have to do it later. Yeah. No, that is what it is. I'm gonna wait, sand it down, and then pretty much just do another coat and then see where it goes from there. So it's getting kind of late, so I'm gonna leave this overnight. Tomorrow morning, I'm gonna run to the store, grab some more stuff, and then do all of this all over again, and hopefully it's dry by then. So, thanks for watching. If
If you like this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel and follow along our DIY home renovation journey. See you on the next one.